I expected to see a knockout. I expected to see it come at the hands of Gervonta Tank Davis against a dude that I thought was undersized, that I thought was not on the same level. And my God, was I wrong. So I thought it was apropos that on this particular day, more than a week after Lamont Roach showed up at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, and let everybody know, yo, I'm no joke either. Y'all don't know who the hell I am. I'm here to reintroduce him to the world. A guy that many believe should be the lightweight champion of the world in the sport of boxing. The one and only Lamont Roach joins me right now.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So you just heard colorful analyst, ESPN colorful analyst, and his name is Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is now making a statement that he hopes that Gervonta Tank Davis don't duck the rematch with WBA super featherweight world champion Lamont Roach Jr. And as you heard, many people believe he should be the lightweight WBA world champion and a two-division champion, right? So Stephen A. Smith, he believes Lamont Roach got duped in this fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, and he wants to see him get his just due, right? He wants to see him get his revenge, so to speak, right? And he keeps reiterating how great of a fight it was and how great of a performance Lamont Roach put up. And he just hopes that Lamont Roach gets his opportunity to rectify the wrong that was done to him, right? And he said Lamont Roach showed up big. You know what I mean? Now, some may look at Stephen A. Smith and say he don't know what he's talking about. He does make some errors, as he did state. He called Lamont Roach a bantamweight, and I was like, a bantamweight? Then he corrected himself, and he still was wrong. Even when he corrected himself, he said, you know, the featherweight champion. He's a super featherweight champion, Stephen A. Smith. But we understand that, you know, you once was a big fan of the sport of boxing and you no longer are. With that said, the rematch is going to happen, okay? I have no reservations that Gervonta Tank Davis is not looking to rematch Lamont Roach Jr. I know a lot of people are not as they're not as hopeful, right? They're not as confident that Gervonta Tank Davis wants that action. You have Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri said he don't believe no way, shape, form, or fashion that Lamont Roach Jr. is going to get this rematch, because he don't think that Tank Davis wants to go through what he went through again, right? It was a hard-fought fight, and he don't believe that Tank Davis wants to go through that tough fight again. I believe that Tank Davis has gotten to the point where it's embarrassing to him. As you heard Stephen A. Smith say, you know, he expected a knockout on the part of Gervonta Tank Davis. The fight initially opened up as a 25-1 underdog in favor of Gervonta Tank Davis. That went to 20-1. Obviously, as the fight gets closer, the odds drop, right? It went to 20-1, and by the night of the fight, it was 15-1. Gervonta Tank Davis was the favorite. And Lamont Roach showed he was anything but a 15 or 25-1 underdog. Same as Buster Douglas with Mike Tyson, right? Just he didn't get a knockout. Now, I think that Gervonta Tank Davis is embarrassed by this performance. He was supposed to have a big opportunity and a big fight lined up with Jake Paul on Netflix, a big deal, where he was going to sign a big deal and make a big bag. And that fell through because of Lamont Roach, you know, upset the apple cart. You know what I'm saying? He threw a monkey wrench in the plans. And so now they got to go back to the drawing board, and he got to clear things up, right? He got to go back and rectify that performance. And I think again, Gervonta Tank Davis's team have reached out to me and they told me that I was wrong about the Lomachenko situation and that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to rematch Lamont Roach in June, right? That's what they told me. They said in June, he's going to rematch Lamont Roach Jr. Then the reports came out that June 21st in Las Vegas is going to be the target date for the rematch, right? Lamont Roach said that he thought it was going to be in July, but the reports are saying that it's going to be June. So we got to see, what comes of it. Nonetheless, I do believe that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to take the rematch. I have no reservations of it, right? I know, again, some people are not so confident. I am. I think that Gervonta Tank Davis believes that, he just dropped the ball and he definitely could win this fight. You know what I mean? It ended in a draw, controversial draw. Many people thought Lamont Roach should have won the fight, right? Let's listen again what Stephen A. Smith had to say. A little more about what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
Be met. Yes, it's true. Okay, you did your job. But we all know what bosses are looking for.
What I didn't know is that once he was in the ring and he looked like the bigger fighter, he fought like the bigger fighter. Because, ladies and gentlemen, from opening bell, he walked right to Gervonta Davis.
So he feels like he walked him down. He pressured him. He had great defense. And so Stephen A. Smith said, don't duck the rematch. Make it happen. And I don't believe he will. So I can't wait till the fight is announced. It has quickly turned into one of the biggest fights in boxing now, the rematch, right? And again, like I always say, the element of surprise for Lamont Roach Jr. is no longer. He no longer has the element of surprise. Everybody has high expectations of Lamont Roach Jr. now. They're going to want to see Lamont Roach Jr. perform duplicate or be better than what he did March 1st. And there's going to be a different type of pressure on Lamont Roach Jr. because Gervonta Tank Davis is going to come 1,010% prepared and aggressive. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.